Oil and water is a classic of magic that has always derived its depth of mystery from its sheer repetition. Alternately mixing a small number of red and black cards together, the magician magically separates all the red cards from all the black cards. Whatever your present routine sequence might be, now you have the power of total separation, giving you a grand finale of magically separating the entire deck. A triumph routine where the spectator handles the cards is extremely unusual. In this case, the spectator shuffles the deck face up into face down any way they wish. After mixing the cards face up and face down, the spectator replaces their own selection back into the deck in a face up or face down condition. It doesn't matter. An instant later, the magician finds the spectator's card. Not only does he find their card, but through the power of total separation, the face up, face down mess left behind is instantly corrected, just like magic. Out of This World, a classic in magic where the spectator tries to separate all the red cards from the black cards in the entire deck. You know that when you reveal the climax, there's always dead silence in the room because all of the cards are correct. Where do you go from here? Why not enhance what a great job they really did do in separating the cards by showing them the results of someone else? In this case, they didn't get practically any card right. But to soothe their bruised ego, I worked a little bit of magic just for them.
Total separation. If you don't know its secret, be prepared to be fooled by it.
This is how you use the total separation principle for the oil and water finale. Take 10 of your black playing cards and cut the edges off, 3/4 from the edge, right where the edge of the circle is on the back of the bicycle card is where you want to cut them off. I have 10 cut cards and 16 whole cards. I next do the same thing with the red cards, taking 10 of the red cards, cutting them off, leaving me with 16 whole red cards. Next, you want to interlace the cut cards with the whole cards, but before you do that, remove the cards you'll be performing your oil and water with and set them aside. In this case, I usually use 6 cards in my oil and water routine, so I take them away and set them to the side. Next, I interlace my cut red cards with my whole black cards, but I start 3 cards from the top. I don't interlace the red cards near the top, staying at least 3 cards away. You continue interlacing red, black, and it doesn't matter if you take 2 cut cards and place them next together so you have 2 red cards next to each other. It doesn't really matter. You tap the cards on the table and all the cut cards will fall down to one edge. You do the exact same thing with the black cut cards into the red half of the pack. Once again, it doesn't matter if you have 2 of the cut black cards together. You simply square them up, tap them down so all of the cut cards fall to one side. You'll notice that the edge of the deck is flush when you bring them out of the card case, but the back edge of the deck is going to be spaced. You then take the cards which you set aside for your oil and water routine and add them to the bottom of the pack. The cards come out of the card case and you spread them on the deck, giving the perfect appearance of having a mixed up deck of playing cards. You remove the playing cards that you are going to be performing your oil and water routine with and perform your very best oil and water routine, whatever that may be. After you're finished, performing your routine. You simply set those cards aside. Now you're ready for the grand finale, because not only can you separate the red and black cards of the small packet, you're going to be doing it with the entire pack. But let me show you what happens when you do this. You'll notice I pulled out a black and red cut card. You'll see as I turn the ribbon spread over, they're going to slide down to the tabletop. See them sliding down? There goes the 10. My thumb is on top, and my first finger and thumb of my other hand is going to help scoop the ribbon spread up. That's very important. All of those cut cards are going to be sliding down to the tabletop as you scoop up the ribbon spread cards. You square them up a little bit, ribbon spread them again, and now all of those cut cards will be totally hidden from sight. This is what it looks like without the cards sticking out. You simply scoop them up using both hands, give them a little shake, and you have total separation of the entire pack. To use total separation for the out of this world enhancement, have a separate pack of cards already made up with red and black cards mixed. So when you're finished performing your out of this world with a regular deck, bring this deck out and show what a poor job someone else did. They didn't get any card right. So you had to magically help them out by making all the colors separate by magic. To use total separation for a triumph routine, mix your cards up so they're red and black well mixed, turn them face down, and not starting closer than 3 cards from the bottom, take your cut red and black cards and insert them red, black, black, red, red, black throughout the entire pack, getting a good mixture of red and black cards showing. You continue this until you're all the way through the face down pack. You continue this procedure throughout the rest of the pack, which will leave you with a deck of cards, when squared up and ribbon spread upon the table, will look as though they're all face up and face down. You need to remember the top card of this setup deck, because you're going to be forcing that in the second phase of your triumph routine. With the deck set up, they look as though they're face up and face down. You know the top card of this particular deck is the Jack of Hearts, and you're all set and ready to go. This deck of cards is held beneath the table in preparation for a very simple switch. Now you perform your regular triumph routine with a regular deck, as if you normally would. After you've shuffled your cards face up and face down, you spread them to show that you have found the spectator's selected card, which is just like any other triumph. Now you need to be forcing from the regular deck your Jack of Hearts, so you need to find that in the deck and force it upon the spectator. You give them their card, which they stopped you at, and you let the spectator shuffle the cards face up and face down. You tell them to insert their selection face up or face down into the deck. Now it leaves you with a gimmick deck on the table that looks like they're still mixed, just like the spectator had shuffled them in the condition. But to finish the triumph routine, you give them a little shake and you make all the cards turn face down. A beautiful ending to a triumph routine where the spectator had a chance to shuffle the cards this time and you still made them all turn face down.